Greetings, collective. What's happening, world? It's your host. All aboard. Twin Flame Journey. I would say the captain, but Hakati got that cover. You know what I mean? Spirit Mom got that cover. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back. Thanks again for, the handful of y'all for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna get right into it. Twin Flame Journey. I was feeling a burst of creativity. I've been working on this one for quite some time now. Put a lot of creative effort into it, and I'm gonna try to do it differently. I'm gonna just go about it in such a way where I depict the pictures like exactly how these downloads were entering my mind. So if you were familiar, if y'all been keeping up with the journey, we finally arrived on the mothership. Mommy came to get me, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, come before the moon, son. Like when we arrived, she was like, and it seemed like we were traveling for like weeks, you know what I mean, in this dream state, in this particular download. And she said, come before the moon, baby boy. And it was just like exactly what you're seeing. Like I went through so much imagery to get it like down packed to where I'm showing you and illustrating it to you just how it appeared in my mind in the astral state. So she said, go before the moon, son. She said, the moon is yours. It's yours now. She's like, this is my gift to you. The universe's gift to you. So I approached it like, it was like, it's cold. It was like, it's kind of like, it was desolate. It was dark and gray, but I didn't feel a sense of being like alone or nothing like my spirit mom was with me, and I felt very close to my ancestors because she was like, we're home. She was like, they've been waiting for you. And I was like, who? She's like, you'll see. So she said, approach the moon. She said, we have a surprise for you. You know what I mean? So I approached the moon, and she said, she said, use your gifts. She was like, there is a gift waiting for you, but you have to use yours. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, which one? She said, purple. She said, use your purple. One of my colors, one of the colors of necromancy. So I focused she said, you can close your eyes and focus your third eye and look straight into the moon. And I did that. And then I can feel like I felt something happening. Like I was focusing with, purple's transmutation. So basically mommy was speaking to me, and she said, your ultimate goal. She said, you make a wish. You know what I mean? She said, what was it that brought you the most joy throughout your 3D, your physical life, your life on earth? What brought you the most joy? And she said, when you think about it, she said, use your purple. And so I did just that. And then as I opened my eyes, like, because even when my eyes closed, I felt like I seen like a purple. I felt a presence and like a purple approaching me. So I opened my eyelids, and there stood before me was my grandmother. Yep, it's my grandmama. You know what I'm saying? And it was the best imagery that I could use. I could find of her, the most beautiful imagery of her. And because she was bearing a purple amulet when she appeared before me, and when I opened my eyes, she was like right there, like bing. I was like, oh, and I got emotional. You know what I mean? And we spoke. Like I say, when I say we speak, everything, like most of the time, is telepathic communication. Like we make eye contact, we're speaking to each other without using words. You know what I'm saying? Our mouths. So she was just like communicating to me that she was so proud of me, and she said, you've earned she said, you have earned every right to be here. You've come so far and you've earned every single step towards this grand finale, towards this this grand manifestation of who you are, this truth about who you are. And she said, I have something for you. And it was the amulet. And she said, baby boy, she said, we love you so much. They're celebrating you all throughout the heavens and the ethers. She said, I just felt her love surrounding me, and I noticed that her youth, I remember her passing to cancer, and how it just riddled her body. And that was my final imagery of her, which is horrible. You know what I mean? But when she came before me, I like her, the way she looked prior to any of that, those malignant cells, and manifesting into her body, like she was completely rid of that, and her youth was restored into that form where I remember as a child. You know what I mean? So I thought that was just one of the most greatest gifts in itself to have that manifestation. I thank the Most High for that. You know what I mean? Spirit mom. You know what I mean? So she said, okay, son, are you ready? And the amulet on her, it was so bright. And she said, this is yours. She said, now look into it. And she said, now, baby boy, once you look into this, she said, there's no turning back. You've earned this. And she said, this is our gift to you, the universe. And she said, search your heart and make a wish. She said, what is it that you're here for? What is it that you're fighting for, baby boy? And I said, God's children. And she said, what else? Like, she's giving me that look, like, and I was like, love. And she said, be a little more specific. And I said, I thought to myself that, one of my ultimate goals is to experience a twin flame journey here on earth, like to be in real love with a female counterpart, like to experience what that feels like. Because in my 37 years, I've yet to, I know what it is to love someone, you know what I'm saying? But as far as that real powerful, that y'all know, that passion, that real reciprocation of true divine love, you know what I mean? From a beautiful woman, a child of God, such as myself, a divine being who loves me in the same way in which I love her. So I made that clear. And she said, she looked at me so beautiful. She's like, may your wish be granted. And then as she said that, her vessel, the body in which she traveled, projected towards me, and it dispersed in such a way where how we're made up of atoms and molecules. It's like every fiber of her being just turned into a spirit orb, and she slowly evaporated into a purple mist, and then just scattered back into the cosmos. It was, man, the human mind is something else. All glory and praise to the Most High. So when she dispersed, the amulet was there floating, and once I looked into it and I touched it, upgrade, you know what I mean? Transformation. It was over with, you know what I mean? Yo, no, it's not over. It was just beginning. So what this allowed me to do now is, I be traveling, multidimensional traveling, but now it's more precise. So Hakati, my spirit mom, came before me and was like, she was just, she had that look, like smiling from ear to ear, you know what I mean? Like that joy, you know, like we were all sharing that joy, me, her, and her holograms. So all four of us. And she said, okay, son, she said, before we begin this new journey, she said, you have to manifest her. She said, now you have the ability to time travel at will. She said, the universe trusts you. The creator trusts you. You know what I mean? The elders trust you. The guardians of the galaxy, the cosmos, elementals, they trust you with this power. She said, now go get your twin flame. She said, son, I'm gonna need you to be strong and utilize all of the colors of your being, because basically this power, this upgrade, time travel is dangerous because you can get stuck. You know what I mean? So she said, you have to be fluid. She said, everything you once knew, forget it. Let no limitation hold you back. She said, get your twin flame. She's waiting in the ethers. Said, in order for you to experience that which you have wished for and asked for and fought for, she said, you manifest her. She's waiting for you in the ethers. She was like in a cocoon somewhere, like out in the cosmos. So I have to manifest and draw her forward into the 3D from the 9 or beyond. So my spirit mama Kati is just like, trust the process. She said, I'm with you. She said, we're going to do this together. She said, I will be with you in spirit. She said, go for it, son. They're so like happy to see, like, when, you know, their children or like divine beings like reach their potential and like get to experience these wonders, you know. I just know, like, if God can make this physical life, this world, like such an amazing experience, like I want to just illustrate how much more like fascinating it is, you know, when you live your life in such a way that is pleasing to the Most High. And that's what I've been trying to do despite everything, you know what I mean? And because of that, I'm rewarded with these visions and these gifts. When at one time I would deem them curses, but I'm starting to see now, you know. And I focus, and I left everything behind. And she said, okay, get ready. On your mark, get set. And then, like, she vanished and I vanished, and then I saw, like, I perceived, I saw, like, I'm just gonna let the pictures run for a minute. Like, it's the only way I can explain it. I perceived and I saw things that, like, you can't even, like, I probably couldn't even handle some of these things, like seeing it in the actual physical form, you know what I mean? It was breathtaking. So I had to go, and it was like with the help of she said, you now go towards your ancestors, like, and I'm my ancestors. And you know, you may be thinking like ancestors, like your human ancestors, like back in the day, the ones who fought in the Civil War, the one, you know what I mean, in slavery. No, she's like beyond. Like, I'm time traveling. I have to go way back into time, into the cosmos, like breaking the sound barrier, like. And basically, she said my ancestors, like, are not like human beings, like humans. You know what I'm saying? It's like crystalline grid, like 9D, like elementals, you know what I'm saying? So ooh, my stomach, it felt like, I said, man, ooh, when I woke up, I was nauseated. Like the physical body, like even those astral projections, like it weighs on the physical body very much so. It's like even as I speak about it and I recapture the thought, it's like I feel like I'm nauseated, like I want to vomit, but not in a bad way. It's just I felt the sensations of like dispersing into molecules and particles and like and whew, like traveling. Like it was, if I may depict, like I said, it took me a minute to put this together, y'all. What brought me joy back when I was a child, I was fascinated with dolphins. And when it was time to go into that astral state and travel like that, it was like I was with it's like I felt like I was a dolphin, like I incarnated into a dolphin and I was moving through the ethers at the speed of sound. Beautiful, beautiful, man. I hope that makes sense. And I came to manifest my twin flame. All aboard the twin flame journey to be